Your AI sidekick has arrived. That's right. Turn off the bat signal because Blaze is here to save the day. Blaze is an AI sidekick for overwhelmed teams of one just like you. Brainstorm and outline content ideas with AI. Go from idea to on brand content in minutes. Turn a blog post into 10 plus asset types, ads, social posts, emails, and more. Collaborate with colleagues in real time and get content approved. Go to drT23.site. That is DRT23.site. Navigate to Blaze and download today. Time for our Fast Break mini episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this podcast. And don't forget to tell someone and tell somebody else to join the Win is a Win. And go ahead and listen. Hit that subscribe button. It won't cost you a thing, I promise. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you know when a new episode drops. For this Fast Break episode, I wanted to touch on a subject that came up with a interview with Shannon Sharp and Devante Adams. And we'll get into a longer version of, the entire interview in our full episode. But for this one, it kind of struck a chord with me because we're looking at a comparison of intelligence of sorts. So let's take a listen to what Devante Adams said.
In the huddle too. These boys don't even be going to college for more than 5 minutes half the time in the NBA, so I don't know how much they're gonna be able to retain like that.
Yeah, we got too much going. We got too much on our plate.
I'm telling you. Oh.
So that was a conversation between those two gentlemen, and respect to both of them for being athletes who perform at the highest level. Shannon Sharp, Hall of Famer. I'm sure Devante Adams will be, but that's not the point. The point is looking at another athlete and assuming that the level of intelligence or what they can comprehend based on their differences of rules to enter their respective leagues. So today I want to take a comparative look at the NFL and NBA draft eligibility in both of the sports, the transition basically between amateur to professional status. And that's a pivotal point in any athlete's career. And the journey is marked by dedication, talent, and often a bit of serendipity. And that varies between each sport. Now, for NFL and NBA aspirants, the path to the draft is guided by distinct rules and, of course, timelines. Now, while these differences are notable, it's crucial to approach this topic with an appreciation for the unique challenges and opportunities each sport presents, rather than framing it as a comparison of intellect or dedication between athletes. So, let's look at this a little further. Now, for the NFL, a 3-year journey into the league, draft eligibility is contingent on being at least 3 years removed from high school graduation. Now, this stipulation typically translates into about a minimum of 3 years of college and such, allowing players to develop physically, mentally, and strategically. Now, college football is not just a stepping stone, but it's a critical arena for growth and maturation. Now, this rule aligns with both the physical demands and mental demands of football. Now, the sport requires a level of physical maturity and resilience that often necessitates those additional years of development. Now, in college, players refine their skills, gain crucial game experience, and often balance rigorous academic schedules. Now, the college years can be formative, fostering both athletic prowess and personal growth. Now, if you look at the NBA, they kind of have like this, one and done motto. And that one and done paradigm, conversely, with the NBA, has adopted a different approach. Now, to be eligible for the NBA draft, players must be at least 19 years old during the calendar year of the draft and at least 1 year removed from high school graduation. Now, this rule established in 2005 has risen to the one and done phenomenon, which, top high school talent plays 1 year of college basketball before declaring for the draft. Now, basketball's relatively low physical toll compared to football allows for earlier professional readiness. Okay, but moreover, the globe nature of basketball means players have options beyond college. Now, they can play professionally overseas, join the NBA G League, or take alternative paths like training independently. Now, this flexibility underscores the sport's dynamic nature and the diverse avenues available to all of the emerging talent that comes out of the league. Now, let's take a more holistic perspective. Now, beyond comparisons, when examining these eligibility requirements, it's essential to transcend simplistic comparisons. Now, the differing paths in football and basketball are relative of the unique demands and structures each sport rather than indicative of athletes' intellectual capacities or dedication. Now, in football, the 3 year college requirement helps ensure that the players are physically and mentally prepared for the NFL's rigors. The average NFL career is relatively short, so entering the league well prepared can make a significant difference. Now, these years are also critical for academic pursuits, with many players earning degrees and completing significant coursework before turning pro. Basketball's quote unquote one and done rule, on the other hand, highlights the sport's emphasis on early talent recognition and development. Many of these young athletes, despite spending only a year in college, have already demonstrated exceptional skills and maturity. Now, the global opportunities in basketball also mean that players can gain professional experience in diverse environments, enriching their development. Now, there's an educational emphasis here, and it's worth noting that both leagues have numerous players who excel academically and athletically. Examples abound of NFL players, who have pursued advanced degrees while playing professionally, and NBA players who have returned to complete their education or engage in a meaningful education endeavors during their careers. Now, the narrative that basketball players, due to that one and done rule, are less academically inclined than their football counterparts, well, it's not only unfounded, but it's unfair. Now, each sport's structure is tailored to its specific needs and dynamics. Both football and basketball require immense dedication, intelligence, and strategic thinking. Now, that is whether it's learning complex playbooks in the NFL or mastering intricate game strategies in the NBA. So basically, here's what I'm saying: celebrating athletic academic excellence in some, the pathways to the NFL and NBA are as varied as the sports themselves. The 3 year college rule in football and the 1 year post high school rule in basketball reflect the unique demands of each sport. Both paths require tremendous dedication, skill, and intelligence. Now, as we celebrate athletes for their achievements, let's be sure that we are celebrating their achievements that happen on and off the court. Let's appreciate the distinct journeys they undertake and recognize the academic and personal growth that accompanies their athletic achievements. Whether on the field or the court, in a lecture hall or a locker room, these athletes exemplify multifaceted excellence that defines professional sports. Knock it off.